There we go. That's better. What's up, Raspberry King? What's up, Sam? I think it's still jittery. What's dreams? I have no idea. Is that Matthew? Pretty sure. I mean, it's better, at least. It's a Faz kitten. Give me a second. Don't know if I can mess with the settings right now, but let's just see if I can. Okay, I don't mind using my GPU actually for this. It may be actually beneficial. What's up, Swagger? Okay, that still didn't help whatsoever, so whatever. So I checked up on how good the mic quality. It's so much better than the last streams. It's kind of insane, actually. What's up, Brayden? No more dishes. Kind of funny. I have a lot of patience for things, but it's like certain things for some reason I just don't know what it is. I think it's just because my NI hero just wants to just get out, doesn't want to be there, so it's like it tries to force itself out, and it just becomes incredibly impatient. If it's something I'm forced to do, honestly, if there's something you're forced to do and you don't want to do it, and it's something that's very if it's something that's, yeah, pretty much that's it, really. Honestly, just kind of just zone out. That's what my biggest suggestion is. Don't try to live in the moment. In that case, you're gonna get bored very, very quickly. Literally just zone out. This is one of the few times where you can really just zone out and don't care about anything. Unless you're given specific instructions, but you mean you don't know how to zone out. You're an hero and FI child. You can just zone out whenever you want to. You just think about your future, basically. You just sit there in silence, literally. And you should just be looping thoughts over and over again. Oh, people are talking, never mind. Yeah, no, you're not gonna zone out when people are talking. Because you're gonna get distracted so easily by anybody talking, never mind. In that case, good luck. You could just listen to what they say. That usually, what they're talking about. That's what I do sometimes if I'm doing something that's... what they're just talking about. And then just zone out after that. Alongside of that, it's literally just staying there. You just don't do anything. Just don't make any form of, like, any... I don't know how to explain it. I know you have FI child, so it's going to be a little bit harder for you to do this, but honestly, it's just kind of... yeah, I don't really know, honestly. I can't really say too much. Nice, crewmate. We do have different child functions, so it's a little bit harder for probably you to, at least in some certain situations, it's a little bit harder for you to zone out than it is for me. At least in certain situations, that is. Even though technically it's your choice anyway to not be there or be there, whichever one. Because we can technically be the most patient, technically, because we can always choose we can just choose to be patient if we want to be patient. Even though we're naturally the least patient, we can become the most patient if we just make the active choice to be patient. Especially since us, it's all about active choice anyway, so. That's what I've learned, honestly. Yeah, it's kind of... honestly, normal dentist appointments is fine. I don't know, I just zone out, and then if they say something, I stop zoning out, and then when they stop saying... when they say something, they catch my attention and tell me to do something, I'll do it. But if and when they're done, I just zone out again, and then... like, I'm talking, this is literally seconds of zoning. You just don't do anything. Just go with the flow, honestly, the best way to say it. Because it's kind of your choice of being bored. Boredom is kind of a choice in some cases. Especially for us. Actually, specifically us. Boredom is a choice. For some people, it's way harder to make that active choice to not be bored about something, but geez. Especially since we have SI Demon. So I think I know what career I actually want to go into. It took a little while to figure it out, but I think I know what I'm going to go into. Or I have a good plan, at least. I think. I'm gonna start into hardware, like the A+ certificate, the CompTIA A+ certificates, both of them. And then after that, I'm gonna go. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try to get. I should get some experience after that. And then once I get enough experience in that, I kind of want to go into cloud computing. Seems pretty interesting looking into it. I looked in all the different branches of IT. Cloud computing seems pretty interesting. Or cloud, being a cloud analyst or whatever it's called, I think it's what it's called. I think it has to do with your FI child. I'm pretty sure on that. That's why it's harder for you to zone out in some cases. I mean, it's still an active choice regardless. I just think it's harder for you to zone it, at least into a certain specific, depends, honestly. But you can join Luigi. You can ask every day for your entire life you're not joining. Oh, pretty much. You could also research with your TE parent, like research things, whatever niche you want to go into. You just need a device. Any device, really. Just niche, look up stuff. Cloud computing's actually pretty broad, but if I'm going very specific, you're basically taking information and putting it on the cloud in some cases. I know you're playing it, but you're not joining. I haven't let anybody join. The only person that could join is my friend Matt, but he's leaving March. So, yeah. I'm not playing any mini games. I'm already cramped for stuff anyway. Crammed for stuff. Sort of, it'd be really hard to explain. Like, to be honest with you, I don't actually know that much about cloud. I literally just thought about it today, so I can't really say a lot about cloud. I just kind of know the three main components of cloud, and that's really about it. I'm trying to remember what the 5 main components of. Yeah. I mean, cloud literally is like, it's basically just software designed for storing or doing things online, basically. That's all it really is at its core. Filing, mailing, producing software, technically programming, like, you know those collaborative programming things where you can send files to other people so they can work on it as well? That's part of cloud. No, I know. I know you're playing mini games. I'm not playing mini games though, because honestly, I really don't want to play mini games. Seriously. I'm already doing enough things, honestly. To be fair, I technically haven't built a pizza. I know how to build one, I just haven't built one. Funny enough. Nice. They really aren't that hard, to be honest with you. Honestly, your best bet is literally just search up a part, how to install it. The harder parts are the more some of the details, information that you need to know, but other than that, it's not too horrible. Yes, I do have the new Minecraft. And no, I'm not playing. Literally, I don't care how many times you ask, I am not playing. I'm not playing minigames. I'm not playing a normal survival world. I'm literally just doing this project. I'm snipering everything that I have to do. To an absolute degree. Something I should have thought about doing a while back, but I decided not to. I'm gonna look more into cloud. I'm gonna look more into the cloud though. It just seems pretty interesting to learn about. It seems like it fits me pretty well, honestly. Do you really? That's actually really funny. That would be pretty annoying, but that's also pretty funny at the same time, thinking about that. So, Miko. I just say soda. You know, I don't really drink soda. Actually, you know what? I just call it a drink. I don't even specify sometimes. I just say I'm gonna get a drink. That's it. I've never met anybody either who has called it pop either. I've only heard soda. I know that does exist, but I've just never heard anybody say it in real life. Is that McKay or Mackie or I don't know how to say it. What's up, Professor G? I just say I'm getting a drink, that's it. I usually don't ask other people to get me a drink, which is really kind of weird. But whatever. I want to say if I had a group of friends or something like that, I would just go out with the person who's getting the drinks. It's very rare for me to actually ask for a drink, or when somebody says. I've started to get a little bit better with it though. What's up, David? Yes, I do. Wait, what? Wait. Well, I have both versions. I have the old and the new, so it just says launch new edition. That's all it says. Or something like that. I think it's that top one you said, launch new Minecraft. I'm not really too sure. I thought about networking as a career, but I don't really like networking that much, to be honest. It doesn't seem as interesting as cloud. As the cloud. I'm just worried about my first step of actually getting a first job in IT after doing these certificates. I don't know how much they actually value these certificates. I know they're pretty high value, especially entry level. Combine entry level with I also do have some Udemy online, they're like videos. I think they're for repairs and stuff like that. I'll have to look at it again. don't know what it is. It's like some video thing. They're like lab tests or something like that. I don't really know. I could put that on my resume as well. Oh, you're an apprenticeship? How did you get into an apprenticeship type program? Give me a second. What's up? Okay. Man, yes. Okay, it's like, what the heck are you doing? Whatever. I'll just leave it there for now. Alright, see you, Fez Kitten. Okay, that was weird. That's pretty cool. What kind of IT are you getting into? Like, are you just at baseline? Or are you at like a specific niche? Like networking or cloud or anything like that? Server, cybersecurity. Because I don't know how much they actually value that stuff. You can feel it. Okay, gotcha. It's like, I know they do value the certificates at least. It's just how much do they actually value it. That I know of, you can, I'm pretty sure you could just get a job with those two certificates with That is true, actually. I will have the knowledge. That's the thing, it's the knowledge aspect of it that I'm going to be trying to get. Because it's like, I would have the knowledge for this, and I have the analytical ability to do this job. It's just, who will accept? That's the real one. That's the real question. It's like, how lenient are they with work experience? I don't know how lenient they are with work experience with IT. Give me a second. I want to start as a IT support tech at least. Generally, I want to start with entry level, like IT support, like IT technicians, hardware technicians, basically. Even something like a support desktop, what's it called? You know, the entry level. I know you can get an entry, it's just, that's what I want to start with. Probably not Crazy. I don't really have any need for getting a PS5. I don't really have any reasons to get one. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. That's kind of what I was thinking, Perversity. Also, it's pretty insane, okay. That's a bit insane. IT stands for Information Technology. It's basically just how information travels in technology. That's pretty much really all it is. And IT covers so much. It's kind of ridiculous actually how much it covers. I didn't know it covered so much, but it literally covers anything where you have to send information, where information interacts with technology. Which is insanity. It covers almost anything technology based because, I mean, it makes sense though at the same time. I do not remember you, Justin. Okay, gotcha. I forgot about the training thing. Thank God you actually said something about that. I completely forgot about the training thing. Thank you for actually saying that, because I completely forgot about that. Oh, you were. You actually were the one who... You know, it's kind of funny. I actually started saying chicken nuggies after you mentioned that, which is kind of funny. I just kind of took it. I remember seeing that a long time ago, and then you reminded me, and then it just stuck. Actually, I think I say chiggy. No, I say chiggy nuggies. It's even better. Yes, it is the same world. What's up? Wait. Ola? Wait, Aola? Aolo? Olo? I don't know. Also, I'm pretty much on progress with 2 months per... Pretty close to 2 months. I still need to make a little bit more progress to catch up, but for the most part, I'm pretty caught up. Okay, I'll try to remember you. Alo? Oh, wow. Okay. Ilo? Is it Ilo or Alo? It's Alo. But I'm not 100% certain. pretty much my plan is for IT. It's getting the A+ certificate. It's gonna go by certificate. So once I get A+ certificate, I do have donations. Give me a second. I forgot about that. You actually reminded me about something else as well. What? This should play the notification, I hope. Right. So pretty much my plan is to go into, since cloud is probably the most interesting one in my opinion. For IT, I was thinking about going into, I know there's like management certificates and stuff like that if I remember correctly. But I want to go into get A+, and then after that maybe work on Cloud Plus certificate or something like that. After I finish both A+ certificates. And then I don't know, honestly, after that. Because I know when it comes to being something like higher up, like a cloud architect or something like that, I think you do need, okay, maybe you don't need it, but I'd probably have to get the Network Plus certificate and how do you donate? There's Streamlabs in the description. Or if you want, before you do that, if you want to do this instead, you can go to Patreon and have your name in the world if you actually want to get something out of it. It's like $1, $3, $5, $7, $10, or $25. If you want to have your name in this world either on a sign or ingrained in the world. If you want to do something like that, or if you just want to donate, just there's Streamlabs in the description at the bottom of my description. If you want to do that. I don't know. Either one, honestly. If you want to. It's not that big of a deal, honestly, for me. Okay, it is monthly, but you can leave if you want to. Like, I literally do not care. You can pay once and then leave. It technically is a monthly thing, but, I mean... It's not weekly, it's monthly. But, Archie and Mackie. I'm not surprised. I mean, wouldn't you kind of want more responsibilities if you're getting more certificates? Wait, do they? Wait, what do you mean? Pay? Oh, never mind. Your pay does go up quite a bit. The first option was Streamlabs. It's just, and it's normal donations. If you're talking about the donation thing, I don't know. What's up, hi guy? Oh dang, I need to go get a new pickaxe actually. I'll deal with that later. I know I say that every single time, but actually will. Wait, did it used to be... Did it used to... Jesus Christ. Was it weekly at some point? Let's see. Let's donate. And I want to seriously know if this donation system actually... I swear to God. Works. Because it's been monthly since I even first started, so... Which was months and months ago, so... I don't know when I actually got it. It was several months ago. Since I've had Patreon. I think I got it like March. Something like that. Maybe it was a little bit later than that, actually. Okay, jeez. Yeah, that was a while back. Oh god, what does the description say? Yeah, I need to change that, don't I? I need to just put it as, I need to just change it as just Patreon and just put a thing. I don't know why I haven't changed that, actually. I seriously need to change that, though. But I can change it actually right now. Give me a second. It's not new though, it's misleading, so. Alright, see ya, Justin. I don't know why I'm making this so complicated. Wait, I just realized something. Why do I have it like this? I'm gonna change this number as well. It's probably around 3,500. Jesus Christ, this is back when I had over 5,000 diamonds. Now I have over at least 8,600 diamonds. 8,650. Not counting the ones I haven't mined yet. Give me a second. Guys. Alright, I should be good. There we go. Alright, there we go. Got it. What's up, random? Don't know what your second name says, but let's go with random. What's up, Ash? I hate the fact that it cuts off. It's so frustrating. Pretty good. Big rip. Nice. That's good to hear. Dang, I'm almost in the 30s. Oh, nice. What's up, Slicer? It's a big rip. Right there, Slicer. Hopefully, this at least calms you down or something. I don't know. Or at least neutralize everything that has happened, or at least try to. Logan. Oh, okay. I just don't know how thorough I need to know this information. Seriously, like, there's a lot of things I'm really, hopefully I don't just miss some core. I think I'm overthinking this, honestly. the entry level jobs. I think I'm overthinking them just a bit. What's up, pumpkin pie? I still need to learn about Linux actually. Okay. I probably will. I mean, I do have a pretty decently big town next to me. So. And I know IT is pretty, a lot of places, honestly. Oh, okay. Shoot, what am I doing? Also, another thing is, I know they, a lot of companies value, self-drivenness. So, technically, these certificates kind of will prove my self-driven nature and self-learning, which I know self-learning's not that common now, which is really unfortunate, but... Oh yeah, true. It's more of the self aspect thing than anything else. Wait, I already... Never mind, I already... reset the end earlier. You literally just stare at something. Just stare. Stare at your phone. Basically the ultimate stares. There's something called the what is it called? There's literally, we literally have a special name. It's like the INJ stare, INFJ or INTJ stare. Shoot, what am I doing? Because we just stare at an object. This is how NISE works. Especially NI Hero, the more NI you have, the more focus you're gonna have naturally. I mean, that makes sense, but physical focus. So pretty much how NI Hero and SC Inferior works is basically where we stare at one spot, and whatever we stare at is the only thing we see as reality. Unless something pops in our view, we don't actually see it technically. We don't process it as reality or as real, like tangible at that moment. I have an ESTP friend. He can't focus for anything. He has NI inferior. It's kind of interesting, actually. They're dynamic. Jesus Christ. Like, he can't focus whatsoever on one task for periods of time. Theirs is more like they see everything. All reality, or they have a huge conscious span of seeing reality. They have the fastest reaction time. They basically just live in the moment constantly. Pretty much constantly, and lack focus almost or subconsciously lack focus. Literally. Or consciously lack focus. Because our first 3 functions is technically what we're actually aware of, like our conscious focus. Our first 3 functions. Our 4th function is basically just it's our gateway into the subconscious, so done that before. But it doesn't happen very often. It doesn't have to do with much. I don't think it has anything to do with the cognition. But that's just how it works. How our cognition works in that case. It's even worse for NPs or SJs and NPs because they don't have SC in their yes. Oh, okay. Pretty much you just focus on what you're doing, or just focus on watching a video or something like that. I don't know. Focus on just look at a direction. Don't look at people. It's kind of creepy. Trust me, don't do it. Just look out the window or something like that, and you'll probably be fine. Because here, think about it, like our SE inferior. Why is it okay? Our SE inferior really only triggers whenever we're seeing somebody doing something, and then we want to do it. That's how SE works. SE absorbs SI. We want to do what other people are doing. Or we make decisions based on what other people are doing, of if we want to do it or not. That's literally how NISE works. So just don't do what other people are, just don't watch what other people are doing. Because zoning out technically is just rehashing thoughts over and over again. It's just literally, we aren't entirely 100% aware of our environment, since we have to go to our subconscious to even be somewhat aware, which is why we have weird reaction time speeds. The INTJ subconscious, the problem with yours is, Oh yeah, Professor G, you should go in the description and go to Discord. It's called there's a channel called Personality Typing and Analytical Psychology. If you want to actually figure out your type accurately, you can go to that test, take that test instead. Much more accurate. If you want to figure out your own type. The INTJ subconscious, it's ESFP. It's the performer type, basically. So, pretty much your type can master any skill with your TE parent, or SC inferior with TE parent. But other than that, if you can get out of the fear of SC inferior, you can aspire and become an ESFP. You'd have to look up what ESFPs are like, but you don't. I don't know. It's hard for me to actually say because I don't know ESFP types that much. I don't know ESFP that much. To be honest with you, you're gonna have to look up the type. It is good to look up your subconscious type, actually. What am I doing? Pretty much, you could be one of the most, the funniest type. ESFP subconscious is like the funniest type. Like comedians, some of the best comedians in the world are INTJs, interestingly enough. I don't know, I mean, if you're triple movement, you can basically do trial and error with your SC inferior and just, I mean, I can kind of do it with the movement type, but yeah, I don't know. Really hard for me to actually say that much, to be honest. You'd have to look up ESFPs. Also, speaking of that, Sam, he has a video now, like on his site. He has season 19, which is the extended version of cognitive development. It's like how to properly cognitively develop your type. So how to cognitively develop INTJs is on there at season 19. You just look up CS Joseph, go to his website, and go to members portal, and it should say INTJ. He has them classified in types. And about a half a page down, they should have season 19, which is the premium. What's he calls it? He calls it the premium lecture, even though it's free, which is weird, but alright. It's pretty quick too, it's 40 minutes compared to my one. Alright, see ya, Professor G. What's up, Ayden? It's definitely interesting. Literally, like, I think it's really funny though that our types, our purpose is weirdly similar, but they're complete opposites. Well, I wouldn't say opposites, but they're so similar, but quite different at the same time. At least in terms of purpose. So like, take for example, SC inferior, both of our types. INTJ's purpose is literally to create the ultimate system based on what is it? It's to master the skills to niche. This is really hard to put into words, but it's like basically niche. Master the skills to develop systems and processes to, yeah, pretty much just to create the ultimate system in a certain niche using skills. Using very specific skills. It doesn't matter the skill, it's just, yeah. It's kind of interesting, but yeah, that's the thing. You basically use your mastery of any skill for developing systems. Mine is for developing people, literally. Systems versus people. Pretty much the biggest difference. Strengthen businesses or people. Yours is strengthening just systems in general, or building systems. There's so many types. The types, trying to figure out the purpose of all the types is actually pretty difficult. Not gonna lie. Some types have pretty similar, very straightforward goals. Like, say ESFJs, literally the purpose for ESFJs is to care for other people. Or like take ESTPs with an INFJ subconscious is supposed to teach one. ISTPs are supposed to teach many, possibly. Jack of all trades. Okay, without melatonin or schedules, literally the best thing to do, get up at the same time every single day. That's it. That's what I've learned. Even if my schedule's kind of falling apart, I'll be honest with you. Just a bit, because I haven't been waking up at the same time. That's the key, is waking up at the same time. Every single day. Or at least an hour difference. So like if you woke up at 7, the latest you should be waking up is 8. That's an absolute latest. The earliest you should fall asleep is 6. So William, that's the only advice I'd have to give you if you don't take melatonin. Because you need some form of consistency, because it's impossible to, for your body to be inconsistent. Your body can't adapt that quickly. Trust me. That's really the only way. It's literally just waking up at the same time. Figure out a reason to wake up at the same time. If you have to. Because I know our NI hero is active choice, and if we don't have any reason to do something, we're not gonna do it, but... I think then. I think it's then. If then that. It's cause and effect. Then. Then is cause and effect. So if this happens, then this is gonna happen. If that makes sense. I'm in neither, William. I'm basically self-teaching myself IT concepts to get certificates. Pretty much. I mean, I guess it's technically virtual then, if that's the case. Even though virtual doesn't mean that at all by the definition of what virtual means. But it's the closest thing to virtual without actually being virtual. It's just self-study. Autodidact style. This is autodidact style, pretty much. Jeez, man. Oh, it's this beacon. It's kind of funny. How do I get so many enchantments? Enchanted books from villagers mainly. Rip Wi-Fi. Glad my Wi-Fi is actually doing alright, especially with OBS Studio. Stupid OBS Streamlabs disconnecting me from YouTube. Enchanted books, or you can combine pickaxes too. But you have to get pretty lucky with the enchantments. I actually have a way to get unlimited emeralds. It's kind of ridiculous. I figured it out a couple weeks ago. I figured it out. That I can actually get unlimited emeralds. Or have the potential to get unlimited. Kind of busted, I'll be honest. It's not like consistent flow of emeralds, but it's still technically infinite emeralds. It's a slow type of infinity. It's not like a glitch or anything like that, but it just uses it abuses some mechanics in the game. Yeah, specifically one mechanic, which is breaking lecterns. Rip. Alright, CSM. I hate this ravine. I hate it so much. Drink some more water. It feels so much later than 7:41. Pie Guy, Pumpkin Pie, Pie Bits, and Pie Man. They have all come to my stream. Or came to my stream because they were here a while ago. Did you know gravity may actually not exist? It may sound weird, but gravity may actually not exist. Thank you, zeros? I think that's how you say it. Zeros. So welcome as well. You know, like the concept of gravity that we know of, like the bend of space-time. The only reason gravity exists is because of the result of two masses, different masses coming together, which technically the result of two masses is gravity, which forces two masses, which proves that gravity is a force, but somebody could disagree with me on that, but I don't know. Because a force is defined by something that moves two objects, or uses a cause and effect to between two things. It's literally what a force is, really. But, I don't know. So, gravity could just be the result of two masses. Like, it technically couldn't exist. It's a byproduct, I mean, of two different sized masses coming together. Pretty much. Just like saying gravity isn't metaphysical for some reason. Yeah, gravity is definitely metaphysical. I don't know how. I still don't understand. I think the only way you can think of gravity not being metaphysical is if you have the wrong definitions of metaphysical and physical. Which they're way simpler than people realize. Both concepts, or both words, are way simpler than they realize when you realize. Because all metaphysical is literally the philosophical Jesus Christ, cannot speak. Philosophy concept. It's literally just a philosophy on things that aren't physical, which physical literally just means things you can use your senses to pick up on. That's literally all it is. If humans, since it is a human term, if humans can't pick it up through our own senses, then it's considered metaphysical. Yeah. Since it is a concept made by people, then yeah, dude. Well, not physics, but it's physical. Just the realm of physics, or physical versus metaphysical. Physical is just our physics. Physics is just is the interaction between things that we know of. Between pieces of matter, which, yeah, things that matter. But physics can cover metaphysical because metaphysical can cover, metaphysical can affect physical, like gravity's metaphysical. Because if you know anybody that can literally actually touch, feel, like feeling as in like touching gravity, no. Like, we know it's there. I mean, we jump off of a building or whatever, honestly. I don't know, anything. Jump in the air, even. We know something's pulling us down, or at least we know we're coming down from somewhere. But we still can't just feel gravity. Because if you think you can... Because space-time is metaphysical. Since space-time, all it is a concept of our reality, really. It's just... It's a 3D, It's our own three-dimensional reality. With... What's up, Gaming Master? With, four-dimensional of time, attached to time. It's literally attached to time, which is metaphysical. Really interesting to know, but so the bending of something that's metaphysical is still metaphysical. Oh, you're good, Gaming Master. It's alright. I'm gonna regret not mining all this coal that I have in the base. Seriously, I'm really gonna regret it later on. Funny enough, I talk about like extroverted functions and introverted functions. Technically, extroverted functions may not actually exist. You could argue that. Because they could be a byproduct of introverted functions. Oh yeah, definitely. But there are some truth behind some of this stuff, at least that we know of. Because, you know, truth... I think people need to understand when it comes to truth. Truth is based on the standard that you hold it on. That's what some people really need to start understanding. Instead of using incorrect logic. Actually, no, it's not incorrect logic, it's just misplaced logic. The logic itself makes sense, but it's just incorrect. In the standard what you're talking about. Not you, but just anybody who makes some kind of argument or debate. So saying something's metaphysical, if it can't be perceived by our own senses, then it has to be metaphysical, because by the definition of metaphysical, it has to be metaphysical. By the definition of metaphysical. Now, if metaphysical, the standard chains... What's up, Brendan? If metaphysical, the definition of it changed, then I could say something different. Perfect example. This is the best example. No, I know. I'm not saying any... Yes, any logic can be valid. It's just the standard. It's what it's placed on. It's what are you arguing, actually? Perfect example. Pluto being a planet is a perfect example. Sure, it used to be a planet. Because it was based off the standard, it was a fact that Pluto was a planet. Based on the standard that we know of with NASA. And then it changed. They changed the standard. So then that logic, that fact, became untrue. It's really interesting how it works, but if you know that, you can literally debate anybody. If you know that fact, that logic can change based off the standard that you place it on, then you basically can debate. You can, I know definitions are pretty shaky, but really, if there's only one good, true definition, or if multiple definitions mean the same thing, I know meaning in itself is kind of subjective sometimes. Not always, but I don't know. So metaphysical, there really is only one definition for it, really. You can even break down the word that you're defining. Yeah, language barrier is kind of annoying though. Like I was talking about the metaphysical. What if metaphysical changed? What if our definition of it changed over time? I would have to change the way I think. I think it's more of sympathy because it's attached to belief. Sympathy is attached to belief. Empathy is attached to somebody's logic. Because beliefs are really just something that you really just haven't verified, because that's what beliefs are, really. It's unverified things. It's unverified things you've put faith into, basically. That's what beliefs are. Because feelings are attached to rationale, and logic is attached to empathy. Which sympathy is using your own feelings to make a decision on something, or mimicking other people's, or using your own feelings to pity another person, technically. You know that fake pity? That's like fake sympathy. If you've ever heard of seen or anybody use that weird fake sympathy thing or that fake pity thing, then that's sympathy. Fake sympathy, but it's still sympathy. Cause like, ooh, I understand you with my own feelings, even though I'm kind of mocking you at the same time. That's that fake sympathy stuff. Alright, see you, crewmate. Oh yeah, definitely. You have to consider. Is there something called a lot of people like TI users specifically have this problem? It's called preferred input. It's basically where you only take an input that other people agree on, like, or sorry, you only take an input that you will agree on. Like, it's not really, you're not really considering their logic. You're just considering if they agree with you or not. That's what preferred input is. Which is bad in something like a debate. Because it may not actually be true. That's why you have to logically analyze everything. It's a bit of an arrogant thing to do, is just... Also, being biased is not, I don't know what you consider bias. I don't know what what you mean by bias, but at least the bias that I'm thinking of is, if you're talking about source bias, if that's what you mean, I'm not too sure if you do or not, but if you're talking about source bias, technically everybody's biased, at least to some degree, but being arrogant is different, because you're just going off of what you think, not really considering anybody else's. But yeah, there's also something called last known input, which is thinking you know what actually it is, but you haven't seen it in a while. So like, you know how the standards, what's talking about the standards changing? Or how about this, instead of actually researching it, like using faulty logic, or, sorry, not faulty, but, different standards, that's, not preferred input, what is that called? I think it's just incorrect, just using the wrong standard, really. Not many people talk about the standard that you have to hold the logic to. That's pretty cool, though. You have to argue the opposite stance. Here's the thing, though. I think it depends on who you are, because let's just say like TI users or something like that. TE users, if you have a high TI, you have a high TE. And if you have a high TI, then you have some ability to see what other people think, at least to some degree. You're not consciously aware of it, but you're kind of aware of it. You can just take in the input from other people and then processes it easier. That's pretty much how you do it, really. Is you just take an input from other people, regardless of how good you think your logic is. You still have to process other people's logic. I think the biggest problem I have when it comes to debates, I'm talking with anybody, is I think my biggest problem with debates is, shoot, what was it? It was So like, let's say if I said my argument, right? And then they say my argument, or they say their argument. And then for some reason, I assume, or not I assume, I analyze what they say, and I say they're wrong about it. And then for some reason they like blindly assume, that I am ignoring what they're saying, which is really stupid. It's like, bro, why are you doing this? Why are you assuming? You're making assumptions that I didn't consider in what you're saying. And then they repeat it thinking that I didn't know what they were saying, and then I tell them that, and then they get mad because they don't think I'm considering what they're talking about, which is even worse. It's like, are you kidding me? Are you... That actually has happened, a couple of times in the debate. Like on stream with that gravity. The metaphysical versus physical thing. Sorry, not the gravity being metaphysical and stuff like that. That actually happened a couple times with, Jeremy. That does take a while to figure out. I'll be honest here, that does take a while. What's up, Chibi? That does take a while to get on even ground. But the biggest problem with that debate that I had, he had no actual argument. Actually, no, we didn't. No, wait, we did. He did have an argument. He just had a different. He just didn't know what the definitions of physical and metaphysical were. The disparities between both of them. So he didn't entirely have his logic. I mean, his logic was actually no, it really wasn't. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't too great because he didn't really entirely have the definitions of metaphysical and physical. I'm talking about how debates work, and the problems with debates, and the problems that I've had with the few debates that I've had. Basically, just debating in general, like how it works, and like certain errors that I've been making and other people have been making recently. So it's like, I don't think I was ever going to get through with that guy, because he had a different... Did you say axiom? Is that what it's called? Basically, basically just a ground. We had two different grounds, we just weren't communicating at all together. Because for some reason, but they didn't have one. They didn't have a definition. That's the thing, I had a definition. They just kept saying it's a philosophy. Of course it's a philosophy. It's a philosophy based on things that aren't, physical, or based on things that we can't use with our senses. That's literally all metaphysical is. And for some reason he didn't believe me. I still don't know why. Okay, got you. bro, I'm telling you the definition. I told him the definition over and over again, and he literally just never... He just ignored it for some reason. So I chose that number because look at my world map size. The map size is 862 by 862. I decided to do half the world by 100 strips, basically. So it's gonna go 431 by 100, 431 by 100, 431 by 100 until I get to the end. Also because the width, if you're wondering why the width of this thing, is because of the beacons. Why it's 100. It's exactly perfect beacon length. So that's my reasoning. So it's half the world with max beacons. Because I didn't want these sections to be much bigger than this. It's like, I don't think I was going to get through with that guy. Or how about this? He tried to do a few cop-outs. He did one cop-out, which was like, did you look up that number? Did you look up the definition? Yes. I don't know if he like denied it because I looked it up on Google. Because you can do that. There's multiple definitions. Literally the word meta means beyond. Physical is anything you can sense. Beyond your senses. Literally the word itself is metaphysical, which means beyond physical. It's like, bro, I literally just logically deconstructed metaphysics. And you're still gonna ignore it. What's up, Flame Sword? It's like, bro, people need to stop using sources like that one guy. I don't know if he's on stream. If you're on stream, then you can go and say something. But like, okay, like the debate on that, which I did win. I did win that debate. I mean, I actually won both, but he had good logic. It was incorrect in the standards, but he had good logic. But he mentioned something about like how the scientific community or academic scientific community or something like that is warping people's realities and stuff like that. It's like, that still doesn't mean, even though that stuff may not be 100% accurate, like in terms of like beliefs, like changing people's beliefs, that's basically what he's saying. You can still logically deconstruct what they're saying. You gotta think about it like, I tried to use more logic on it, on the fundamentals of the human body, but he still didn't listen for some reason. Like survival mechanisms of the human body. He used entirely different logic, which made zero sense in this situation, which he didn't really prove anything. He had good logic, he just didn't it didn't hold up to the standards of what we were actually talking about, so. like him talking about how I don't know what the definitions of awareness is. Literally, our cognition is our awareness. Literally, this analytical psychology that I know is our conscious awareness. It's what we're consciously aware of at all times, which is our ego. What's up, Just Austin? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, Professor. Like, I told him, I was like, I told him that it's like, it doesn't matter the source whatsoever. It's like, are you denying the entire internet? It's like literally even Rafi looked up 15 sources that said the exact same thing. I know you aren't supposed to use rationale in this case, but my god. It's like you're denying literally the entire internet for some reason. What about this person that I saw on YouTube, YouTube comment section that talked about how evolution, was destroying people's, comment reply section with, like, saying, oh yeah, you don't know anything. And also, I'm just gonna mention, insulting people is literally the worst possible thing you can do when it comes to trying to prove that you're right. Don't ever do it. It's the dumbest thing you could possibly do. It's like, hey kid, you don't know anything. Evolution doesn't exist because I read this one book. Yes, because one book is going to prove that somehow macroevolution doesn't exist. Yes, I'm kind of on the fence on both because I've seen both sides. Alright, see ya, Chibi. I've seen both sides, and I'm not gonna say I can argue them, but I can see both sides. I can see where they're coming from on both sides. It's like you're just outright denying just because you saw one proof that macroevolution doesn't exist. Okay, sure. I've actually had more interest in I'm actually more interested in math a little bit more recently. I don't know why. I think it's just from looking at so many subjects now. It's weird. It's like, bro, if you want to prove your point, don't insult people. That's literally, like, you're just gonna get them mad. They're not gonna listen to you. It's like, I don't care what you think anymore because you've insulted me. Literally, everybody's gonna do it. Just about, at least internally, even if you don't even express it. They're just gonna outright deny you. Or outright deny you. weird. It's kind of weird though. I'm actually pretty good at explaining in both ways. Explaining something simply, in simple terms versus very complicated terms. It's really interesting, actually. I'm pretty good at doing that. I know some people have some struggle doing it. I usually go complicated and then I simplify it later on. It's like I simplify it's like an equation, like every time I say a sentence. Like I say a sentence or something like that. Interesting. This is kind of weird though, because it's like I kind of do. Actually, jumps of logic is really weird because I'm not actually a big jump and logic person. I'm more of a like. There's one piece of logic. Actually, well, sort of. I don't know. I usually don't do jumps in logic unless I'm really good at what's happening. Like it would have to be something I know very well for me to jump in logic. But most of the time, I can. I think after a long period of time, I can jump in logic. But obviously, I think that just takes practice. I think it's for everybody, though, honestly. I do tend to jump. Actually, no, I just take things very literally sometimes. Like, I'm talking very literally. I will take something to the extreme. I could probably annoy a lot of people if I took everything. I could take basically almost everything literally. It's kind of interesting. What's up, Justin? So I'm probably gonna stream for about an hour or so, another hour. It's around 6,000. Let me do the math in my head, or at least make it a good attempt to. This is gonna be kind of hard. Give me a second. chat if somebody says anything. I'm gonna try to do this in my head exactly to the exact number. Uh, 6,144. There it is. Jesus Christ, that took way too long. Before it breaks, it's exactly 6,144. Because it's 1,536 times 4 if you want to do the math. I'm pretty sure that's correct. You can verify if you want to. I don't know. I'm not 100% certain on that. My math skills aren't in my head. I think if I practice, I can get really good at math in my head. I'd love to actually practice mental math. Shoot, how did you say your name? Oh, I forgot how you said your name. I don't remember. You said it was like... What was it? Shoot. Well, mending won't work until I go kill the Ender Dragon, because I'm reset. I'll actually show you in a minute. I'm about to do it soon. It's actually pretty funny. So... It's a 1 in 4 chance, so I just multiplied... I multiplied the, I forgot it is a percent chance, isn't it? I just multiplied it by 4, because it's a 25% chance, roughly, and it's... Yeah, just 4 times, because it's a quarter, technically a quarter of the durability, if you think about it. Or a quarter of the, no, sorry, a quarter of the durability. A quarter of the uses are used, so, at a given time. So it's like 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th block is not, sorry, 1, shoot. It's like, it's 1 block used, and it's 1, 2, 3, and then no blocks are used for those first, or next 3 blocks, and it's 1, 2, 3, or it's, shoot, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. There it is. Jeez. That's percentage, though. I don't actually know. If it is based off of percentage, then, I forgot about that. It's pretty close to it, at least. Pretty 0.5, what the heck? I will not buy PS5. Thank God you mentioned that percentage, though. I completely forgot. You know how long it's been since I actually looked up those type of enchantments, or how they work? It's been literally years. I only just assumed the multiplying by 4 because it's the easiest way, because it's 25% of the durability technically. or it uses 25% of the durability in a given chance, so I just assumed it's times 4, averaging. That's how long it's been. So I just straight up times 4 the durability of a normal. It's kind of insane actually thinking about it. What was the durability of a netherite pickaxe? Isn't it like 2056 or something like that? Anybody want to verify for that? I think it's 2056 or is it 2072? I don't know. It's some kind of number like that. I think. But you gotta think of, okay, so technically the more 2031, what the heck? Okay, never mind. I thought it was 20. Shoot. Okay, never mind. I knew it was some weird number. Alright, so honestly, if you consider how much durability you use, I don't think, even theoretically, I don't think that even the theoretical is actually really that possible because of how much. So out of 1536 durability, there's 1536 chances of it being quarter percentage. Or something ridiculous like that. If you get the idea. So every durability may be quarter, may not be. But if you consider how many, I think the average is still going to just be so much better than much shorter or much longer. Because look at my x-axis. This is a good way to do it, sort of. It should go 60 down or 60 up, depending on which. Because I've never seen a pickaxe go any higher than 6k or even close to even 6.5k, just because look at my x-axis. The x-axis, if it goes 60 up, it's around 60k. Because remember, it's 100 blocks across, not counting the K's or anything like that. Averaging. Every time I go across, I'm mining 100 blocks roughly. Actually, it's 200, but it should be 60 blocks across with 100 block width. Sorry, 60 block width. Shoot. It's 100 block width, 60 block length per pickaxe. And I've done some calculations. It's pretty accurate. I don't really know though. Bell curve, interesting. I don't know. I just haven't seen anything above. Like I look at the pickaxe and I look at my x-axis. I just think the average is so great. I mean, you could do an average scaling. That would be interesting, actually. If you did durability of a pickaxe or axe or whatever item with Unbreaking 3, make a chart. With highest theoretical durability versus lowest. What's up, backyard animals? Alright, see a flame sword. % chance. It's going pretty good. 0% chance. Infinity. I mean, yeah, it is really weird. I'll say it's literally impossible for it to be infinity because of its 25% barrier. Because it has to go down with a 25% chance. Like if it was because of that 25% chance, it has to go down eventually. Unless the game literally just breaks. I don't know, you can do the math if you want to. I'm pretty sure it's still... The average is 6,000. That would mean the highest would be like... I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really the greatest when it comes to probability. At all, actually. I don't know, sometime tomorrow. Oh my god. It's kind of insane. I'm not doing much tomorrow. I'm gonna try to stream a bit earlier though too. Try to. I know I keep saying that, but there's a little bit of uncertainty in that when I say that, but as I'm fairly uncertain because my schedule is pretty chaotic, to be honest. I have to learn IT stuff, and then something else could pop up in the future. I don't know. Actually, give me a sec. I need to do something. Actually, speaking of that. Okay, I'm back. How many hours do you think I have on Minecraft? I don't know, maybe like... honestly, a lot. If you count this project, this game is probably my most played game. I have to have close to like 3,600 hours or something like that. Do mind you, majority of it is a project though, so. I actually don't know what my alignment is. Chaotic good, maybe? Like, probably 85%? Something like that. 85, even probably close to 90% of it. $80 to $90 roughly. I mean, I know it's a huge gap, but I don't actually honestly know. I've played a lot of Minecraft though, so I don't really know. It was more in short bursts though. Probably about a year. I actually updated my description if you want to see it, but for other questions, I don't know. I just updated it during this stream, which is kind of funny, but I'm gonna say around a year. I'm pretty sure I can finish this within a year. I want to hit 75% by the time I hit 7 months. Thank you, Zbot. Also, I didn't even read your name. Welcome as well. Yeah, I want to hit 75% by 7 months or so. I don't really know. I want to actually put more time into this in the future once I set up my own schedule. 2 weeks. It's kind of funny. I remember you kind of remind me of one of my friends actually that literally has like hundreds of games on Steam or stuff like that. He'll play a game for a bit and then he'll cycle out another game. And then he'll play another game and he'll get really excited about it and then he'll just boom, it just cripples. Jeez, man. Actually, a lot of my friends do that. It's kind of funny. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like I would be more bored doing that than actually playing a game I can get good at. I basically like skill-based games. And I mean skill-based games like rhythm games is a good example, just that genre in general. But even then, I still need to start focusing on other things. I need to, right now I'm really just focusing on this project and IT, learning IT concepts and stuff like that. That was a waste of time, but whatever. What I just did there. Honestly, I don't really know what I'd want to talk about, to be honest with you. Wait, what do you actually know in terms of IT? Do you know, like... Like, what would you say your range is in terms of knowledge? What am I doing? Like, what is your main priority? Is it like pure computer, hardware, IT, or is it like a mixture? Is it like a mixture of, IT director? Jeez. Is it like scattered, or is it like extremely focused in terms of knowledge, or is it like, you know, a bit about IT, hardware, computer hardware, networking, some cloud? I don't know. So it's more like you're more of software, like operating systems mainly, not really the pure hardware aspect. Oh, okay, you have a knowledge of a whole lot. Okay. So it's not really like, it's very scattered, basically. Wait, what are you planning on doing with IT, just out of curiosity, as like a job, like career? What are you gonna start off trying to do? You're designing CPU architecture? What? Or what are you in? I mean, like, wait, shoot, I forgot to. Exit without saving. I hope it's saved. Okay, good. I actually don't remember saving. Oh, okay, gotcha. It's just something you're kind of just doing on the side. I think knowing IT would be good for computer science, I think. At least a bit. Even though computer science is quite different than IT itself. Even though for some reason, it's really interesting, but software development, at least the hardware aspect, is so different than software, but the software is part of computer science. Like, IT is web development and it's software development, which is really interesting, even though that's technically computer science. They like share. Oh, okay, gotcha. That sounds pretty interesting. XP. So you just basically have knowledge on in IT. You know what's kind of funny? If you combine that with some kind of I'm not paying attention. Combine the skills, remove system. What is it called? Systems admin with cloud. That's basically what I want to do mainly, is have those variety of skills. Take I want computer programming skill, or at least as a skill, knowledge at least of computer programming. Combine it with hardware and cloud. That's basically what I want to do. At least branch into those, possibly. I don't know, I just think the cloud sounds pretty interesting. God dang it. I'm not. Shoot. Oh my god, how many are you gonna fire? Especially for those higher level careers. Oh yeah, Professor G, have you actually taken... I don't think you've taken it. I have to reset the end, so I'm not taking it. I'm not building it. Legacy editions. I don't want to spread myself too thin in like subjects, but I'll tell you in a second. Dang it. What was that engine? Shoot, what was that? Did I say Oh wait, I was talking about the your skills that you had. So take out your system, take out those skills like the system admin, and replace it with cloud, which I want to get into. And that's basically the skills I kind of want to develop. I just don't want to spread myself too thin with skills or knowledge. In general. You know, maybe at some point I may just switch fully to programming or something like that. Okay, so cloud computing is basically, it actually covers a lot, apparently. But there is something called cloud computing analyst, or cloud analyst, which is basically kind of the direction I want to go into. And it's basically just like, at least if I go into cloud, that route. At some point, I don't know. I don't know. It'd be hard for me to explain. I don't actually remember. I'm 19. That was just weird. Sorry, 20. Jesus Christ, I forgot. I already just turned 20 recently. I keep saying 19. Now it's gonna be stuck in my head because I've told people. Sorry, 20. Just turned 20, really. Like, not even that long ago. I'm ahead of you in age, maybe not in terms of, like... Yeah, I know everybody thinks I'm younger because of my voice, probably, right? I'll try to catch up, though. I will definitely try catching up. At least some IT knowledge. Wait, are you in college? Are you like freshman year college or something like that? Or are you just learning on your own? I don't know. That sounds too specific to be happy for college. Because it's really interesting studying on your own. I know you're probably also, of course, you're studying on your own. You wouldn't know all this stuff without studying on your own. So that's really interesting. Biomedical informatics. I've never actually heard of that before. I've heard of a lot of degrees too. That's really interesting. Biology with computer science. Jesus Christ. Okay. Actually, well, you know what? That makes sense. I have some friends that are basically sophomores. I forgot that prerequisites are a thing that you can take in high school. Okay, gotcha. I think it's the same way. A few of my friends are like that as well. Isn't it more like... But that's biomedical engineering. Engineering is robotic arms and stuff. That's biomedical engineering. That's actually one of my friends is taking. He's taking biomedical engineering. Or the design of the robot arms. Engineering and medicine basically combined. I think the biggest problem with it is it's too niche. It's like too niche. I really actually want to know your type. I'm kind of curious. If you want to take the test. It's really interesting, actually. I mean, you can if you want to. It's not that. It's like 9 questions at most. Even then, you don't even have to answer some of them. If you need to ask to have anything fleshed out, all the information fleshed out, I can flesh it out for you. Or explain it better. Or different. I don't know. Alright. Actually, I don't know if I guess. I don't know, is that? I don't know. I mean, well, does that count as a... Is there a bell curve or something? Or is that just a 65? Oh, well. Jeez. Never mind. That's actually really unfortunate. Seeing that. I was saying that it's very unfortunate that it raised your class's average. Or not unfortunate, but that's kind of sad, yeah. Especially for Spanish. Virtual school for Spanish. Seems like a pretty difficult subject to do in virtual class. It's a language class that you're supposed to speak. And I guess you could just speak it on your own. Actually, I think it'd be better virtually, because you could just kind of, sort of, is... Okay, never mind. It's kind of funny, I think Spanish, when it comes to Spanish, the teachers are either like... Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with virtual classes. Probably in my friend's school you could do asynchronous versus synchronous, which honestly I would love asynchronous because it'd be like a video and I could just process everything instead of having somebody spit information at me. I can actually process it properly. You know what I should have done in school, at least to do better, like put less effort into school, or sorry, not put less effort, but like not be as stressed, is honestly I should have just looked up each of the subjects, like the concept of all of, like not the concept, the big interlining big picture part, like the foundation, like understanding the foundation, why we need to know the foundation of something, of a subject, helps me a lot. I can't just regurgitate information out. It doesn't make any sense for me. Jesus Christ, dude. I don't know, I just hate having information shoved down my throat. I like collecting information at my own pace so I can process it better. It makes more sense to me than having people just say, hey, here's this. Like, okay, what? I'm so confused, and they just assume everybody knows what's... Because I like just, I can't full screen the map. You can zoom in. Oh wait, I think I know what you mean. You mean this? Give me a second. This is the best you can get. Well, I've been kind of watering myself. I know that may be surprising, but I kind of have been. Speaking of that, I actually need to get some more water. I'll see you're welcome as well. Drink more water. I just drank a little bit, but I'm gonna drink some more. nice. Kind of wasn't expecting it up, to be completely honest with you. Now, if you want to verify that entirely, look up the type. Like, look up the video for it. Or look at the video, or... Yeah, just look at the video. The letters don't mean much, honestly. This is who... He should give you a video on who are the INFPs. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh yeah. Just look at the first like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. It should give a pretty good summary of the type, just a bit. He does kind of criticize the types at the very beginning anyways. He goes on a couple rants, to be honest with you as well. Oh wait, I don't have to do that. Just a couple, not many. The INFP is definitely not what I was expecting, to be honest. I don't know why. I think that's yeah, he talks about how INFPs like bleed cuteness, which is kind of funny, honestly. Oh wait, that could explain why you want to go into research. That could make sense, actually. I don't know, actually. To be honest, yeah, I don't know 100%. What's The fox king. That's kind of funny, actually. I wasn't expecting that comment whatsoever. It did. It did determine it. Because it eliminates answers when you choose the other answers. Like, it eliminates answers from other questions to make it easier to test. It's supposed to make it as intuitive as possible. Thank you, Zbot. It's much appreciated. I don't know how many times Rhett has seen my channel, but jeez. It's kind of funny, actually. I mean, one post can make all the difference. It could become a... I don't know what I was thinking there, but... So, deductive reasoning is logic. Inductive reasoning. Wait, I'm pretty sure on that actually. I think it's deductive reasoning is I'm pretty sure on that, but it's like, yeah. Give me a look it up real fast. Yeah, it's logic. You seem very logical, like just the way you speak in text. Seriously. Just the way you speak seems pretty logical. I don't know, just something about it. You may actually be an INTP. That's the type I thought you actually were. You may actually be an INTP. You may not be an INFP. At least that I know of. You can look up INT, who are the INTPs as well if you want to look at that. Yeah, I think you may have put... Did you put inductive? Because if you put inductive reasoning for your test, you may have gotten INFP. Versus if you put deductive reasoning, you probably would have gotten INTP. So you're you're an NTJ focused. You're a... Okay. So yeah, you put INFP. So if you put inductive, you basically typed yourself as an INFP, but if you put deductive reasoning, you would have probably gotten INTP. So there's a very, very high chance you're an INTP. Actually, there's pretty much a guaranteed chance you put INTP. INTJ, okay, if you're on the edge of INTJ, that basically means that you're probably an NTJ-focused NTP. So, like, you're a unconscious-focused, most people are, unconscious-focused INTP. Pretty much. You can look up who are the INTPs if you want to, because I'm pretty sure you are one. If it's that close to results, I'm fairly certain you're an INTP. And see if you can relate to that type or not. What's up, Francisco? Welcome. I am mining out entire Minecraft console size world. Thank you, Fox King. I mean, it took a while to actually get pretty decent at streaming, but after a while you just kind of get used to it. Especially after streaming literally over 200 streams. I think I've hit 215 recently. To be fair, some of the streams I didn't even have a mic in, probably like 15. But yeah. I am mining out the section I'm doing right now is 431. I mean, if you're an INTP, you have probably FI Demon, you can probably separate them way easier than other people, but that is if you're an INTP. But, what's up, Mr. Burrito? Thank you. Well, I don't know about the skill part, but yeah, definitely quite the patience, my guy. It's definitely a grind, literally. It's like I'm literally grinding the world. It's a literal term and a metaphysical. It's a figuratively and a literal term in this case. Crazy. It's gonna take around a year. Also, I forgot to finish the question. What was it? I'm mining out so this section I'm doing is 431 by 100, but the entire area is that map you see in my left hand. Alright, see ya, Fox King. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea to attach links. I think the only way you can probably pull that off if you just say the name of the channel and get the icon. I think it's the only way you can do it. But I don't know. They're probably super strict about stuff like that. I'm mining the Nether in the end. After that, I have no idea. Don't know what I'm gonna do after that. It's kind of funny they instantly removed it though. Nope. I don't really know then. You'd have to look at their terms of agreement. You probably could. You can actually, if you understand like cognitive axis and cognitive, how the cognitive functions flow together and interactions between two people, even the way people speak, you can sort of tell what, at least what their cognitive axis is, and then you can figure out. It's complicated. You just say that. And then after you do cognitive axis, you can do interaction style, and you basically have their type. You're just gonna have to figure out, what do you usually, do you lead by your thinking or do you lead by your, because they're pretty opposite types, honestly. Seriously, they're pretty much, I mean, they're not opposite, just what they lead with is very opposite. Because it's like, are you afraid of what people think about you or how they feel? Like, are you afraid of caring enough? Like, not caring enough? Yeah, INTPs are literally the least logical types, so. I don't know. The apathy really only happens though whenever, Alright, here's a tiny view. I do have an update video on my channel. The very first video shows the 25 million, but if you want to see more of a progressive video, look up 17 million, which it doesn't show till now, but it shows from 1 million to 17 million. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Before I actually started this project, I mined a 20 by 20, and then I mined a 50 by 50, and then I mined a 200 by 50, which that was a huge jump. Absolutely massive jump. And then another 200 by 50, and then I mined a 200 by 100, then another 200 by 50, and then a 200 by 150, and I think a 200 by 200 or something like that. I don't know, it just kept increasing over time. And this is my largest section, which is 431 by 100. Huge difference from the first sections of this world. In terms of order, it went 1 million block, 2 million blocks, 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 9 million. Quarter of the world, 11.8. That sounds like an intuitive thing, getting invested into things that don't actually, that are minor. Actually, it sounds more like an NP thing. So yeah, I don't know. Are you afraid of how other people feel about you? Like, are you afraid of not not caring enough? Or are you afraid of not having enough status, not being popular enough, not afraid of what other people think of you? Okay, were there any other questions you were confused on the test besides inductive versus deductive? Because there is a chance you could have messed up another one of the questions. If there were any questions you have on that, I could answer them. I'm about to end the stream soon anyway, so don't worry about it too much. Probably in a couple minutes. That can help you with the test if you don't 100% have everything down to the wire, because you need it. You need to be pretty accurate with what you know about yourself. You can even ask other people if you need to. Trust me, it took me like a whole month of studying this stuff from the ground up to figure out my type by myself. Very difficult, trust me. It's very difficult doing it by yourself due to type differences. Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean by that, Zbot? Oh, never mind. I see what you mean, never mind. I've never posted about myself. There's a reason I haven't posted about myself, is because of those people. Okay, yeah, it's definitely not bad to have input from other people at least. Because it's hard to type yourself, trust me. You have to know the types. You have to know the difference between the types. I already have a ton of growth from Reddit. Oh, okay, if you were unsure, then I don't know about that. What's up, Jay? It's efficiency 5, I'm breaking 3, mending 1, silk touch 1. With haste. Haste 2, because it's insta mining. Haste 2 and efficiency 5 equals insta mining. Yeah. Shoot. Alright, so you have to learn. I've played Bedrock. I've had efficiency 5 before. I've done instant mining on Bedrock before with my friend. We got it in a weekend. We got a max beacon with efficiency 5 and mending in one weekend. It was stupid grinding. It was ridiculous the amount of grind we had to do in one weekend. It was insane. Yeah. Alright, see ya, Mr. Burrito. Also, I think I'm gonna end this. Actually, wait, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the types. Yeah, you have to learn about the types, you have to learn about the difference between the types, learn about the cognitive functions, how the cognitive attitudes of each of the functions happen in each of the slots, all that kind of stuff, you know. Simple stuff. Alright, I'm gonna go and end the stream now. No, this is not Bedrock. This is the old legacy PS4 version. I'm gonna go over here. I'm just gonna go. You're welcome, Professor. Yeah, I know, it's kind of unfortunate. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna go and end the stream now. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, I'm just gonna go down here. Wait, should I go down here? Let's do it. It's kind of ridiculous. You can. You can. Press the G. Alright, see ya, Francisco. Alright, I'm in the stream now. Before I use any more time. I do still have the carrot farm. And the potato farm down there. In the middle. I don't know, there's too many llamas. There's so many. Alright, I'm gonna end it now.